Hey, it's Maggie and Leroy. Leroy's gonna not bark at noises going on around us. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So, alright, so we're gonna make a Colloidal Silver chamomile infused ear wash for yeast and bacterial infections within your dog's ears. I started making these because this one here tends to get them a lot, or had in the past, but had in the past. What's it looking at now? Starting to look better, but you're gonna do this if you're starting to see like a red, brown, crusty goo in their ears, if they're shaking their heads a lot, and if they're scratching at their ears a lot. Sometimes this can cause bleeding, scratches. They're just super uncomfortable. It's not fun. So I started making this one because of going through all the research of what would help and not taking a pharmaceutical internally or in their ears, and it can be super simple. Colloidal silver and chamomile. Colloidal silver is antibacterial, it's antifungal. Chamomile is super soothing to the skin, so it's gonna help red, inflamed wounds, so scratches. So together it's kind of just, it helps in both ways. So what you're gonna need to do this is a bottle. It could be a reused bottle. It could be, honestly, any bottle. It could have a dropper top at the top. If you do that, you're just gonna have to then like put it in your dog's ear, and you're just gonna have to be careful. He doesn't love it when we touch his ears because he has, it's a problem sometimes. He has problems because he has clipped ears and stuff gets in them often and causes yeast. I know. So you're gonna need a bottle. This one has a pump top, so it makes it so we can just put the whole thing in and just pump it a couple times, and then it goes into his ear, and then you end up rubbing it in. But you're gonna need a bottle. You need colloidal silver. You're gonna need, I'd say, this is the colloidal silver we use. It's sovereign silver, 10 parts per million. There's a lot of controversy on what's best. That's a whole nother story, but that's what we use. You're gonna need a mason jar, chamomile flower, and a towel, and a crock pot. And then water eventually to go in the crock pot. So it's really simple. Really all we're gonna do is take your mason jar. Relax, Bubba Bear. Okay. You're gonna take a mason jar, take the top off. You're gonna take about 3 tablespoons, so 3 spoonfuls. That was a small one. Say 3 spoonfuls in the mason jar. And take your colloidal silver, pour it over it. We're using a small mason jar because you really don't need that much of it. You're just doing a couple squirts at a time. Shake it up. There you go. You're gonna take this, and then you're gonna take, all right, Leroy's leaving, so that's cool. We're gonna take a towel, put it in the crock pot. You're gonna take this, make sure it's tight, put it on top. You don't want it directly on the bottom of this because there's too much heat, and with glass it could break. So this just makes it so it's a much less likely chance that this glass will break. And then you pour this water over all this. So fill it up. It's just gonna kind of, like in this, it would kind of look like a soggy towel in there. But it just needs to heat. It needs to bring heat in from the outside. And when heat comes in, it's gonna make it, it's like making a tea in a way. But the heat's gonna make it so the compounds of the chamomile infuse into the colloidal silver. You're gonna put it in the crock pot, put it on low for 12 to 24 hours, and do not put a top on it. You want it to be able to release it. You might need to put some more water inside it. Just make sure that it's like filled with water. And after 24 hours, you're going to have something that looks like this. Now it's gonna look cloudy. It has like a yellowy orange color to it. You're gonna end up taking it out of here, straining out the plant matter, strain it out, put it in another jar, and then put it into whatever the container is that you want to use. Funnel, use a funnel, funnel it in, top it off, label it, so you make sure you remember what it is, And then when the time comes, you just pull their ear up, put it in there, pump it in 2 times, put your hand over their ear, give it a nice little massage. They tend to like that part at least. Leroy hates every other part of it. He's staring at me from the other side of the room right now. And then let them shake it out. Or you could take a cotton ball and rub it in the ear to help get some of that goo out. When a situation does happen, at least for us, we really only usually have to use this probably 2 to 3 times. And then there's a drastic difference, and then you just don't even see that anymore because this is going to kill the yeast, it's going to kill the bacteria, whatever it is that's actually, he's looking at me so funny, whatever it is that's actually like populating within his ear. You can put something in there like a cotton ball. Some people use Q-tips. It does feel satisfying, do get a lot out at times, but you can also push it back in their ear, which isn't good. I mean, that just makes sense. That or just let them shake their heads out, and eventually with putting the liquid in and then letting them shake, it's gonna end up coming out itself. That sounds kind of gross when I say it because it's gonna like splash around, but that's why you could wipe it out. Easy peasy, you know? So super simple, antibacterial, antifungal is the colloidal silver. The chamomile is actually also antibacterial, but it's really soothing, calming. It's going to calm red skin. It's going to soothe red skin. It's going to help heal any wounds that they might have scratched into their ears. And you got yourself a super simple ear wash that you can make from home. You could buy something like this or a little bit bigger for probably $10. And then chamomile you could get at the health food store in the bulk section for less than $2. You could have something, you could have one filled like this. This is 2 ounce. This could last you literally months, if not years. So save some money. Make sure your pet's taking good things. Have him stare at you from across the room and know that you're talking about his ears and he hates it. Okay, well, I hope this was helpful. I hope you do it. Let me know how you like it, and I'll see you later. Bye. Super dramatic, Leroy. You're super dramatic, bud.